scores are here. I'm going to do a quick little hit, get in, get out, because I got a little function I need to attend in about a half an hour. So I'm going to try and get just an update on things as we go. We're looking at the board here with the predictions and showing the outcomes. And let me just get this a little bit more prepared here. All right, here we go. So the morning games are in the books, and we had a little mixed bag of success and failure here. Uh, we'll just recap. We'll recap these real quick. So we had Toledo pounding Central Michigan by 20. Vegas at 16.5 was a 1 point game, so we lost that one. We did have Indiana beating Michigan. Now Michigan was favored by 2.5. And we ran our prediction and had Indiana winning the game, and that's exactly what happened. So we play what's called the money line, and the money line is you do this whenever you bet the underdog to win. Very rare occasions, but we found a bunch of them over the year. And this money line converted. Indiana did win the game, and so we get the conventional win and we get the money line win. Okay, and the money line win pays you more than the conventional bet because you're putting more at risk there. You're betting the underdog to win. Providence and Butler, we said 7.5, probably enough. So they didn't cover that. So that was a loss. Duke and Syracuse, I thought for all the world this was a horrible pick because Duke's got fresh legs. This is game number 3 in 3 nights for Syracuse. The line was 14.5. The computer prediction said 14. So we took the underdog just because of the virtue of that half a point. And it paid. It paid because Duke didn't beat them by enough. So the dog was a play. We had the dog. It was good for us. Florida and Texas A&M, 2.5. Florida was giving 2.5 to A&M, and A&M won the game. We didn't have it as a money line. But the dog won the game, and we had the dog. So we went 3-2 on this string. Then we met some misfortune. George Mason's a good team. Fordham is not a good team, but you got to prove it on the court, George Mason. So George Mason laying 5.5. A computer said 6, so we agreed with this. Only a half a point separated us. But then they went out and lost the game. So that was just a bad call. But we were right in line with Vegas. Total agreement with Vegas, but the kids on the court didn't do their job. Now, if you go back and listen to the prediction show, I was saying TCU was the play here. I didn't think that they would win, but 5.5 seemed like a lot of points to be given them, but I couldn't help it. I had a computer said 8, so Texas was the play. But me personally, and nobody cares about me, but I was saying, man, TCU might be the play there, and they ended up winning the game. So that was a loss for us. So now we pick up the action where we have not updated. That's where we left off. So Cincinnati laying 4.5 to East Carolina in the American Conference. Computer says 7, so we took Cincinnati. And let's go get the final for this. I'm going to share this so you can see what I'm up to over here. All right, Cincinnati wins 74-63. So now the question is, was it enough? 74-63, pretty close to that predicted score. So yeah, that was enough. So they win cover, and boy, it takes a long time. And so that's a win for us. They won by 11. Buffalo and Akron, I've been very frustrated by Akron all year. Be damned if I'm going to pick them. I do what the computer says, but man, I'll be damned if I take Akron on anything. So we say Buffalo 2.5, laying 2.5 to Akron. We say Buffalo wins by 4. And Buffalo loses by 2. So there's Akron just continuing to confound us. And what was that score? It was 68-70. And so that was a bad call. And so that was a loss for the computer. Iowa and Northwestern, 7.5 the line. We say 13. Iowa, folks, is got some great numbers. And if you haven't been paying attention to Iowa, I would suggest you start looking at Iowa because, man, they're what the hell? They're a tough team. What are we doing? Yeah, okay. So let's go find Iowa and Northwest. There it is. So Iowa wins 112-76. So that's a win and a cover for sure. I guess Northwestern just wasn't interested in continuing their season. But then again, you had a monster on your hands here with Iowa. So we go 2-3 this string, and we're even 500, 5-5. Any day this will update. This is how slow. It's how slow Google. That's how slow they are. Yeah, it's just. I know why they're so slow, and I put a ton of data into the spreadsheet. So a ton, and it takes a lot of computing power, I guess. Montana State and Sacramento State, 9.5 is this line. We say Montana State by 15, so we got the Bobcats. That's who they are. State wins 83-61. 83-61. So that covers. So that's another win. What do I have loaded up? I got a win loaded up. So let's just boom. Okay. Miami of Florida and College. So Boston College is going to run here. They've won a couple of games. They beat. Oh, why did I start this if I don't know the answers to the questions? Boston College beat Pitt. Then, oh, that's right. They beat Wake Forest, which is a huge upset. And today they get Miami of Florida, and you can see here the final was 69-71. And so that was the outcome. But hats off to Boston College. It's a valiant effort. But pro tip, if you're going to be a dark horse, you got to win. You got to win all of them, man. You can't lose in these conference tournaments. But I love the effort, and that's what's important. Well, winning the game is the most important, but the effort was there. Lesser team playing their ass off. And wait a minute, what am I doing here? Boston College. No, they lost by 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, get that score reverse. There we go. So Miami of Florida, Boston College would have been the play because Miami didn't cover a 2-point line, a 7.5-point line, but only won by 2. So that's a loss for the computer. St. Louis, 11.5 over LaSalle. We say 18. And by 20, 71-51. You know what we haven't been doing? We got to throw these teams into the volcano. So Sac State, here you go, buddy. Sacramento State. They're done for the year unless they get an invite to another tournament, which is doubtful. They're our number 216th rated team, and they're done. Bye-bye. Okay, back to – so that was us throwing them in the volcano. So Boston College is going to go the way of the dodo bird. They're going to also get thrown into the volcano, number 118 rated team on Scoresar, and kaboom, bye-bye. All right, it's weird. I get pleasure from that. LaSalle, I got a question for you, LaSalle. Have you ever been to a volcano? Working on the sound effects. Hey, LaSalle, you ever been to a volcano? Well, guess what? Here you go. Oh, thank you, Bill Walton. You are a classic, man. He's an original. Love him or hate him, he is an original. Okay, so that's all done. Yeah, so that's a win. We won and covered. We won and covered, and so that's a win. Marquette laying 2.5 to Creighton. We say it's a 3-point game, so we're taking Marquette, and Marquette loses to Creighton 74-63. Oh my goodness, what on earth, Marquette? 63-74. Peter didn't see that one coming. That's a loss. LSU, who's constantly disappointed us, is all year long. They had such great numbers in the non-conference, and then man, They just lay egg after stinking rotten egg in the SEC conference. I had them number 2 at one point this year. Now they're like number, I don't know, 1,000,006. I wish. I can't get rid of them. They're 2-10. They're 22 and they've lost 10 games. Okay, they beat Missouri, but I guarantee you not by enough, 76-68, because they're just not done jabbing us. 76-68, yeah, not by enough. They didn't win by enough, so they failed to cover. And you just cannot trust LSU. You cannot trust them. They're not trustworthy. And because of them, we go 2-3. Not because of our bad picks. We did it because they didn't play well. Beach and Bake. Cal State, Bakersfield, 4.5's the line. We say Beach by 9. That's our pick. And what happened here? See, CBS Sports isn't cool enough to call them Beach and Bake. They call them LBSU. 72-61 was the final, Long Beach State. Did that cover? 72-61. Yes, that's a cover. Look at it, just nailing these scores. That predicted score, that's folks, that's impressive. That's impressive. But it's a win and a cover for Beach over Bake. Southern U 6.5 over Grambling. We agree. We say it's a 13-point victory for Southern U. I got news for you folks. The SWAC, which is what the conference these guys play in, is so unpredictable. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that Grambling won this game. It's just ridiculous. Looking at the numbers, you can see here by the records, 12-19. I got them 9-19. That must have been some Division II games in there or whatever. And Southern U had a winning record. Just looking by that alone, you would think Southern U would. But no, Grambling wins because it's the SWAC and it's completely nonsensical. So what that final was, Grambling 60, Southern U 58. That is the SWAC all in one shot right there. Just you cannot predict the SWAC. You just can't do it. You can lock into a pick, which I do from time to time, but there's no consistency with the SWAC. It's just ridiculous. Boise State and Nevada, 6.5's the line. We say 13. Well, I remember in the day, this used to be a rivalry down in, we used to call it NC1AA. It was 1AA football. I knew about 100 Nevada games because I used to live in that area. And Boise State wins 71-69, and maybe they're keeping some stuff in the tank there because they're a way better team than that. 71-69. So we get that top line number, but Nevada outperformed line. So it's a loss for the computer. We lost that game. Had the wrong team picked. Arizona and Stanford. I predicted that Arizona was just going to smash Stanford. 15.5's the line. 23 is what we said. Final score. Let's see if we can find them. See if they just pop up here. There they are. 4-point game. Thanks, Arizona. 84-80. That's not a cover. Oh, we're dangerous. We've lost 3 games in a row. That's not good. Wichita State, 5.5 over Tulsa. Computer says 8-point game. And final score there. Let's go find it. Wichita. Even though I mistyped it, it still popped up. Wow, Tulsa won. Oh no. 73-67 Tulsa. I heard this commentator, hey, everyone, don't be sleeping on Wichita State. You know, they're going to be good. They're going to win out conference tournament. No, they're not. Whoever said that, you just cut your pay in half. So we go 1-4 that string, which is what we call ugly. It's not pretty. Okay, Kansas and West Virginia. I have this little love affair going with West Virginia because they've just been through hell. And I've detailed it many times. If you want, go look at West Virginia's schedule and see who they played. It was a murderer's row. night after night after night after night of nothing but the best of college basketball every night, every night. So the record, kind of took a hit, but it's still a good team. So we say Kansas over West Virginia by 8.5, and some of my challenges here, folks. I type in Kansas. Well, there's Kansas City. There it is. That's number. That's my. It was my fifth pick. I should have just put in West Virginia. 87-63. Okay, West Virginia said, dude, we are just out of gas. 87-63. Yeah, they were out of gas. So Kansas was the correct play. And so that's a win. Thank God. Got a win. We needed that win. Kent State, 6.5 over Miami of Ohio. Yeah. What's going on here? Kent State. Oh, maybe I didn't share back. Kent State, 85-75 over Miami of Ohio. 85-75. That's a 10-point victory and a win for the computer. Win and a cover for Kent State. But boom. Weber and Montana. I think this game is just winding down. Let's go take a look. It's a final. Weber wins 68-56. 68-50. 3.5-point line. It's a win and a cover for Weber. And so we're 3-0 so far this string because I know that these games are still in progress. So let's go just make sure Oregon. It's at halftime with Colorado. And then their next game is UC Santa Barbara. And they're right here. And they're still in the first half. Yeah. So this is going to do it. And check one more. Wyoming and UNLV. And yeah, first half. So we're a ways away from getting any finals. So we're just going to leave it at that. Right now, the computer is probably not doing too well. 11 wins, 12 losses. A lot of games left to play. So there's still time for us to make up some room. This postseason, so far, we're 10 games under 500. Now, the correct teams, for the most part, are winning and advancing. Where I'm losing it is on the point spread. So most often, we are getting the correct team. We're picking the correct team to win. But it's just a matter of did they cover, that kind of thing. So the point spreads are getting us, and that's what I hope to overcome here. But right now, it's a 47.83 for today winning percentage for today. And we hope to get north of this by a bunch like we were here. We were 70% a couple days ago. Light night, only 17 games, but we did go 12-5. And these are money lines. And do we have a money line? Yeah, we did. We had that money line victory. So that's why there's a one there. Yeah, we had Indiana and Michigan. Are there any other money lines? Well, if there were, you should shade them in green so they'd stand out. Oh, look at that. There's two more. So we have to look forward to these this evening. But yeah, we have a couple more money lines ahead of us still. So that'll wrap it up for now. Oh, I wasn't sharing that. Damn it. I'll pan down here and show you, or scroll down or whatever. Here we go. Here's our money line plays. Eastern Washington, Northern Colorado, we say EWU is going to win. And then Hawaii over UC Riverside. These are both the other way. So Northern Colorado is laying 1.5 to EWU. We say EWU wins the game. UC Riverside laying also 1.5 to Hawaii. We say Hawaii wins. So they're money line plays. And those are extra good. Okay, that's going to do it for now. We'll check back with you later tonight, probably after all the games have gone final, and we'll do a recap on Thursday, March 10th action. All right, take care.